You know, I get so many questions, about like, oh, what's your biggest story and what's your most memorable moment of, you growing up and your biggest wars, your fights and your battles and all the, crazy situations. It's so many highlights that it's not easy just to just give you one and say, oh, this is the one of the craziest stories. But it was one of the most memorable highlights of mine. It was just like I might have been like 13, like over 20 years ago. I might have been like 13. I had just came home from DYS. I had just came home. This is probably when I was at my most, violent or willing to commit any um, act of violence. And I'll never forget it. I came home and they had informed me that what was once a enemy territory, we had pushed in and basically took over. So we we were basically, able to go and post up on the block because when you was at that time we used to just go to the block. There was no cell phones or nothing, So Chestnut Street, right in the square, was enemy territory. They had, it was so many of them over there. But eventually, so when I came home, I guess it just switched up that quick. So you know when I had heard that, I was like, all right, cool. So we just going to go for a walk, and while you just basically patrolling your neighborhood. That's what else could I say? Is patrolling. I ended up, I might have been with one more person. I might have been with one of my guys at the time. um and I had a I had seen two dudes which I knew was enemies. you know they had they had they had made eye contact with us too. So as they're walking up the street, we're walking down the street. I had seen them, and um I had told them like, yo, don't get no closer, because if you get closer, I'm a buck 50 you. And I had the box cutter, the orange one that you just press the button and it slides out. I don't know if y'all know, like you can just slide it up and down, not the one that you slide from the side, but the ones that it's just a little orange. And and when you push it all the way out, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this big, and then when you slide it out, it's like that. And I had told him, yo, if you get any closer, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Eat your food. So he ended up getting closer, because I ain't gonna front. Dude was about his business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He might have even had a little more experience than me. He might have been a little older than me. So, but at that time, I really didn't care. And I had swung it. I had swung the blade. And when I swung the blade, when I mean like it missed him so close. Like it was like a Matrix movie, like slow motion, like, you know what I mean? And he had, I remember, I'll never forget it. Like he's European, so he already was already white, and he even turned even whiter. He turned like ghost, like he sensed the danger that, like, wow, I almost got a permanent buck 50. He would have been like the Joker. You understand? So when I did that, his man's was like, okay, well, yo, bro, you better be careful, you better chill. And then I don't know, like somehow I was like, all right, whatever, bro, whatever y'all want to do, type. You know what I mean? Like, they're the all right, so whatever, boom. And even though that was a serious situation, somehow I had separated from my peoples, and for some reason, I might have had just stayed. I might have had just stayed out there, because that's what I was doing. I was just, that's what we used to do. I don't know. I can't explain to you if you don't understand. We was on the block. I was just on the block, man. Whether I was there by myself or whatever, that's where I was supposed to be, and that's what I was on. So I was on the block. So when I was on the block, it might have been a little while. I was right on the corner, right when you get off the Tobin into Chelsea, that first exit. No, not the first exit, the second exit, right on 4th Street. I was on Chestnut on 4th Street. My mans had lived up top. So I was like on the corner of his crib. I wasn't with him, but on the corner of his crib. So I'm there by myself. I'm on the corner on Chestnut. I don't know if you understand. Like off of 4th Street, I'm on the corner. So, time had went by, I seen a crowd, a crowd of people. And basically, like well, I'm out there by myself. I'm with nobody. And I seen like a crowd of people just coming out of cars and just appearing out of anywhere. And I mean, when I tell you it was a crowd, it could have been up to like 30 to 40 people. It was a lot of people. And they all had weapons. They had the stick with the chain and a ball with the spikes on it. Like that's you know what I'm saying? They had machetes, they had swords, they had daggers, bro, bats, pipes. They had every single weapon. I don't know if somebody had a hammer there or not. Maybe somebody in the cut might have been tooled up. I don't know. They ain't whip out no hammers on me. But everybody was armed with weapons that would just leave you there. So when I'm by myself, I'm like, oh, this is it. You know, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. This is, oh, they about to do me dirty. Um, so I'm kind of just like, I can't believe that it's so many people. You know what I'm saying? If it's one or two, maybe, you know what I mean, is more reasonable. But I couldn't believe it was so many people. And I'm just like, okay. Um, I'm just like, damn, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm basically thinking I'm about to die, to be honest. I'm going to keep it real. That's what's going through my head. I'm about to die right here. It's over for me. They about to do me filthy. Somebody started saying, we had a small exchange. I was like, yo, let's shoot the ones. When I said that, it might have been like as I think back when I'm older, I'm like, wow, was that an angel? Because when I said that, there was another voice in the crowd. I don't know who said it. I can't pinpoint. It was a crowd, and somebody said, shoot the fair ones. And once somebody in the crowd said that, it was like, yeah, let's shoot the fair ones. They're like, I bet, shoot the fair ones. I didn't have no choice. I couldn't just walk away. It would have been, if I would have ran, it's worse. I don't know if you understand that. So I had to confront it. I was just like, mind you, I said it's 30 to 40 people. They all there ready to kill. They was there to finish me. So I had to shoot the fair one with dudes. So we crossed the street and we went into that little parking lot on Chestnut, basically right there. And I think Trouble was like the one that ended up I don't know if he raised his hand. I don't know why it was him, or maybe it was his turn to put in some work or whatever, get his stripes up. So it was just me. It was just like, all right, y'all gonna fight right here. And mind you, I'm by myself on Chestnut, which was supposed to be a spot that we took over. So it was so many of them. Even if like 2 or 3 of us would have came, they all would have got washed up. Now as the crowd gathering, we in the street, like in the Chestnut, like we on the street. This is summertime. It's no joke. So when I seen that it was just a fair one and there's so many people gathering around me, there's so many people, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna do my thing. It looks like I'm good. Everybody it had calmed down, because in the beginning when they approached me, it was about to be game over, and the angel had saved me and said, shoot the fair one. Now, at this point, I'm like, okay. I see his mans. All his mans was back there. All the heavy hitters, the front dogs for all the TRGs was right there. They was all right there. And as he was taking his shirt off, he was cocky and arrogant because he was with his people. He was taking his shirt off. I went to go hit him, and when I went to go hit him, listen, he's taking his shirt off, and I went to go punch him. I missed. Like I missed. That's so embarrassing. I missed, but I ended up hitting him again, like with 2 cheap shots. And I was like, come on. And he was like, okay, he ate him. While the fight started, he took his shirt off, whatever like that. I punished him. You know what I mean? But he had a lot of heart. One thing about Trouble, I can say that he had a lot of heart. And he wasn't going for that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I got the best of him or whatever like that. He was so crazy that even though he was bloodied up, bruised up, beat up, he wanted to keep going. I already heard the police coming. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to get up out of here. I already did my thing. It's like there was no need for me to keep going. And I'm on Chestnut and in Square. I'm not trying to get locked up again. I just got out. So I had ran like after yo, the police. I'm like, I'm out of there. I'm about to just dip. I had ran into I think I had seen Gunda. Gunda was like right where I was fighting at. He was like 3-4 houses up, and his grandmother had a building. He was like, yo, come up. His grandmother let me in. I had went in her back porch, and I had sat in the back porch. I was sat in the back porch like this, and while the police was looking, because they already had a description, they already knew somebody was fighting, they even went to the back porch, and I just stood right there, and I was watching the police look for me. I'm watching the police. They're like, yeah, he's not here. Yeah, he's not here. Boom, like that with the flashlights. Even though it was daytime, he was just looking around like, maybe it was a little dark area I was hiding, but I was on the porch right there watching the police. Imagine that. You know, situations like that really don't end like that. Somebody would have got killed. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I tell you these things, it's like unbelievable for you to even believe, because it's like, what, bro? You had a situation, a few moments, and then they grouped up and you ain't get finished. But it's so many of those scenarios where I feel like not I came up on top, but it just ended the way it ended. It is what it is. It ain't nothing you can, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way the story ended. You know, it might have been quick, but for you, for it might have been quick for you to hear this story, but for me, it was an eternity. Just being right there and being confronted by death right in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy thing to experience at a young age. I'm only 13. Like I said, I'm like 13. You know what I'm saying? And they like right there. You know what I mean? It's 30 of them. They all whipped out like, what's up? It's like 20 Asians. You know what I'm saying? And they ready to do you dirt. I don't know where they was getting these people from or where they was coming from, but it was just so many of them. And so very few of us, or basically, me being by myself and just being anywhere with it. That was my thing. Just going around and just trying to get my name up, or keep it to a level where I'm still relevant in the streets. So that was one of my stories, bro. And and we still here. We all still here. Some of us ain't here no more. But at the end of the day, that's my story for the day.